Konnichiwa, y'all, and welcome to the MrMaple Show. I'm Matt. I'm here with Anton Klemens in an amazing garden. What do you call this place?
Sundial Urban Garden.
I am blown away, guys. I knew his garden was great. We got out here. You're in for a special treat today. Like, it is color sensory overload. I think we're getting here at one of the premium times to see your garden too.
Absolutely.
Tell us a little about how long you've been gardening here.
Yeah, so we've been here for 15 years, and what you're seeing here was all grass at one time. And my wife and I came in and just kind of had a vision of what we wanted to see here and what we wanted to do. We moved up from Northern California, had visited nurseries up here, and kind of just a dream to do it. We made it come true. So 15 years and probably over 700 to 800 plants later, and maybe over 100 yards, and each rock has been moved in by hand as well. So
I think this place is a collector's dream. Not only is it a collector garden, it's like wonderfully laid out. It's thoughtfully laid out. It's interesting. It's dynamic. I think you really got it going on around here. Obviously, maples and conifers. What are some of your main collections here?
Yeah, exactly. Maples and conifers are kind of the staple here, right? Especially in the middle of winter up in Oregon. The conifers just kind of filling all the spaces with the maples. But over the years, we started filling in with a lot of other kind of companion plants. We got clematis, we've got alpine plants, you name it. Kind of started getting to everything else to fill in with the colors throughout the rest of the garden.
The textures and the layers you got going on here, you guys are in for a treat. Like, you can't look anywhere without getting color contrast, texture contrast. It's amazing.
Yeah, definitely, definitely. So a couple places that inspired us, was going down to the Oregon Garden. We used to come up there before we moved up here, and just kind of how all the rocks and all the layering just kind of really inspired us to do it this way, and then it just took its own shape and form.
Outstanding, man. You guys are in for a treat. We're going to take you around Sundial Urban Garden. All right, man, if people want to follow you, what's a good way for them to check out your garden?
Yeah, we got a Facebook page called Sundial Urban Garden. You can check us out there. I post, some updates every now and then, some nice photos, not too heavy, but it's a good way to follow us and follow the sun.
All right, let's get into this garden. You guys are in for a treat.
Yeah, there's some really cool miniature stuff here that I've been lucky enough to get in my collection, mainly just by either trading or sharing. I think that's the best part about,
you're definitely well connected for sure, man.
Of the hobby is just sharing with others. I'm not really big on like, hey, I'm the only one that has it, or else it may not survive. So I've gotten a couple cool things here. Like, that's a really old Van Bemmel's dwarf that I got from Don House when he closed shop up at Porterhouse Farms.
Nice guy. I visited him a few times. That was a cool garden.
Yeah. What else? Being part of the American Conifer Society and then also the Maple Society is
definitely
huge.
Put in a plug for those too. Like, get former president of the Maple Society. And, I'm not as active as I should be in the Conifer Society, but you should definitely check them out. We're going to have the meeting at Buckholtz in 2026. So I'll be rejoining. It's been a minute. 3 kids under 8, so I don't get out as much as I want these days. But join the Conifer Society and the Maple Society.
Yeah.
Great folks.
And here's some of the reasons why. One, we have killer auctions. As an example, that Mr. Wood right there, that's got to be like a 10 or 15-year-old plant.
Yeah.
Right?
Buckholtz introduction from Ed Wood.
And the only way you can really get plants like that is if you attend the auctions and you bid on them and you get some really cool plants. So a ton of these plants in here are actually just from donating to the ACS and getting them from our plant auctions. I know the Maple Society does the same things as well.
For sure. Let's go look at some highlights in here. I love how you've laid out the ground covers. Like, you've got so many different colors going on in here. I mean, I'm getting blues, purples, magentas. You got heucheras in here. This garden's just outstanding for different color contrast. Exactly,
yeah. I mean, I wanted a lot of color and a lot of contrast and things that layered over each other and not grow into each other too much. But some of the stuff in here, like, believe it or not, right? This is introduced by Bob Fincham. This is Goldfinch.
Nice, good friend of ours.
And there's like a 1,000-pound rock underneath here that you can't even see because it's just spread so slowly underneath it.
Goldfinch is one of my favorite of those yellows he did. I mean, it's hard to beat it. It's,
it's an awesome
everything I love about Gold Drift on a smaller size.
It's perfect. It's just Gold Drift on a smaller size. I mean, this has got to be at least a 10-year-old plant that's been here, and it hasn't outgrown, and I could probably prune it back a little bit.
Nice. Now, you've named some trees here. Why don't you get into a few of the ones that are kind of the namesake?
There's a name.
Some neat things around here. Got some rhododendrons blooming right now, too.
Yeah, you got the clematis coming through, the rhododendrons, again, adding some more texture.
So this one's kind of the namesake of the garden. What do we have going on here?
Exactly. This is a Pinus parviflora Goldilocks seedling that we were lucky enough to get at an ACS auction. and it was donated there. And we just felt it kind of had this good fit within the garden because it was nice and flat. And at the same time, we were trying to figure out, what do we name this place, right? We got to at least name it something. And the way that this garden is designed, I'm on a corner lot, and the sun just comes through like a sundial pretty well here. You know, out here in Oregon, there's a lot of fir trees that cover a lot of houses here. We don't get any of that. It's almost like a sundial. So we named it Sundial. Actually, my wife, Jill, named it Sundial, and I think it's a real fitting name.
That's a great name. I love it. We're going to be bugging you again for some of that in the future.
Yeah,
I'm kind of shopping while I'm here, if you hadn't noticed.
That's okay.
This is amazing. Now, you told me this was one of the first plants here, maybe one of the few ones you didn't plant in?
We didn't put that plant in. It's Cedars Atlantica Pendula. It is absolutely gigantic. The caliper on the trunk, it's got to be at least 2, if not 3 feet wide. Hugs the corner nice. It really protects the property, provides some privacy in here.
Yeah, we'll get a shot of that from the road, but it's a great wall for you.
It's a nice little wall there. We do get some fungus on it every year, and I spray it pretty religiously, and that keeps it nice and healthy. Wow, man. Okay. Yeah.
Love it. Got a Beniheime here. That's a rare one to see.
Yeah, this is a Beniheime. This one's at least around 15 years old. I brought it up with me from Northern California, and it's done phenomenal here.
Looking great.
I actually have it, these can be pretty finicky, especially where I'm at, where it's super wet. And so I tend to have a lot of gravel, and I actually have some stone underneath it just to keep it nice and dry. And again, I spray this one with fungicide twice a year just to keep it healthy. I think it's like brushing your teeth. You got to keep it healthy. I
got to ask, because everybody want to know, do you know what kind of fungicide you're using on that?
Yeah, it's called Photon 30, I think is what it's called. And super easy to use. I'll do either foliage spray on it, or some years I'll actually just soak the root ball in it. But I'm a believer in it, right? Something that is this tight in this area. I mean, you can see it rains well long ago, and it's still wet. You got to treat these things and take care of them. But
I love getting your tips because this looks amazing. You've got that raised, elevation, keeping that drainage really good on it.
Yep.
I mean, that's a happy one if I've ever seen one. I love it, man.
Exactly. We got a nice contrast too with the icebreaker, and then a blue Laciocarpa as well.
Wow.
Here's a cool one that we saw yesterday when we were over at Buckholz. Much larger ones, but this is Bumps Blue.
Love it.
I love the Martensianas. The blue on that is just incredible. And what's really cool about this tree is I got it from a gentleman that owns a nursery up here. He bought his plants from town long ago. There's a aluminum tag on there that says 1998.
Oh, wow.
That was the year I graduated high school, not to age myself. So that tree is pretty old and pretty slow growing. But those blue, you can't beat that blue on an alpine mountain type of plant like that.
Well, you're not old yet, because we would have been in high school together. So I gotta say that's not anybody that would have been there the 4 years I'm in there. I'm like, hey, we were in there together. Absolutely amazing. A Pacific Northwest native too. Kind of cool. Yeah.
Exactly. Now I don't know if you caught and saw this yet.
Yeah, nice. Trident maple here.
Exactly. So you usually see those maybe in a 1 gallon, and it's yay high. I was lucky enough to get this off someone that had it as their stock plant, and it's in the garden.
Macau Yatsaba?
Exactly.
Love it.
Exactly.
Really nice density to that one. I mean, it's a beast. And I like the seed. I actually think the seed give it a decorative look to it.
Yeah, it does give it a nice decorative look on it. And then when it comes out in spring, it also has that nice red on the top that really contrasts against the seed.
Glossy sheen to the leaf. I actually think this one, it gets so seeded, it almost like mimics like hydrangea blooms at times.
Yeah.
Like it kind of makes me think of that.
It can.
A weird thing with maples, but I do like the seed on it as a kind of an ornamental characteristic.
Yeah, absolutely.
What do we got going on here? I got to ask about this guy.
Picea abies Iona seedling. It's number 1. Don't know much about it other than it's a nice squatty looking plant, and it's not putting off too much growth. Maybe 3 to 6 inches of growth, if that. It'll
Some
probably
plants
get
just
more
got a
comb
touch.
Yeah. This one's nice and soft and kind of a fun little spot for it.
Oh man, I'm loving this.
This is a really cool and special plant to my wife Jill and I. Tamiyuki-yama, a classic plant, but this one's got to be well over 30 years old. We actually got it together in the Bay Area before we knew we were in love.
Nice.
So
Nice.
we brought it up here, and this is kind of the centerpiece plant here as well against this nice blue spruce.
So we could probably catch it while we're here, but you told me the Mikazuki back here?
Yeah, that's a Mikazuki. Got that pretty much when we moved up here as well. So pretty old plant. Nice caliper on there as well. We was lucky enough to get maybe some of the first batches that came out of Buchholz as well.
That's a nice size one. That's really nice.
Yeah.
I like that. It means crescent moon. You get kind of that more elongated leaf on it. Underrated. I mean, I guess it was one of the first ones he didn't put ghost on, so it kind of broke the ghost mold, but in that same lineage of reticulation.
Totally.
I love it.
Yeah, absolutely. What else do we got going around here?
Burgundy Jewel here.
Yeah, nice burgundy jewel here.
Another Pacific Northwest native here.
Yeah.
Vine maple.
Yeah, nice vine maple. It'll color up really nice. You can see it's in full sun, and we get that nice burgundy color on it. So
I love it. Get a little bit of burgundy bark too, which is kind of nice.
Yeah, we do.
Bark's underrated on that one.
Add some good interest. Here's the sundial.
Nice.
All right.
Oh man.
Yeah, so here's a pretty nice size Shiraz. This is one of my favorite variegated maples out here. It's full sun, it's never burnt, and the color on it's just amazing.
Oh, I love it, man. I love the stage where it gets a little bit more of that like blue-green in it, kind of funky.
Yeah.
Really colorful though. It's good to see it looking so good. I'm surprised at how well this handles the sun. Like you would look at this plant and you would think, gotta be shade, but Shiraz and Geisha Gone Wild, which is pretty similar, they've always done pretty good in sun for me, like surprisingly enough, even in the South.
Absolutely, yeah. I was surprised the first couple years, even as it was getting its roots in its ground, never burnt. So, and it stayed pretty good size as well. It's well behaved in the space. It's not going to be a giant tree, so it's going to be somewhere you can fit in full sun and still get that pink variegation color. Oh
man, outstanding. I love all the pathways you have through. The rock is outstanding. I mean, it really adds a color aesthetic to the garden as well.
Yeah.
And I love all the kind of different levels you've created here. I mean, you really get to interact with the plants on a lot of different kind of viewpoints.
Exactly. Yeah, we drew some inspiration as well from Jill's uncle, where every corner you go into, you kind of see something new and feel like you're in a different place. And so we try to incorporate that. No matter where you go in the garden, you can kind of pause and look around, and we call it a 360 garden.
Wow.
Right? So no matter where you're looking at, you got something fun, especially if you put a plant on the ground. Doesn't really matter how it's facing, it's a 360 garden, and that kind of just helps us give yourself permission to put it in where you want, and if it doesn't work, then move it out and do something else. And
that's what gardening's all about.
Exactly.
And you've certainly mastered it here, because like it is just a color barrage right here. I mean, it's like, I love the heucheras, the ground covers, the conifers, kind of creating all that, you know, Pacific Northwest vibe you got going on here, but then the maples bringing that high flash. Man, you got it going on here. I love it.
Totally. Awesome.
Now, you and our other friend Peter Gregg have found a broom here in the garden you were showing me. Can I show that off?
Yeah, absolutely.
Kind of cool.
It's a cool broom here. So, front side of it is over here. The back side is over here. This is, a lot of people get this confused or think this is Abies Koreana Hortsman Silverlocky, which is really popular, but this is a European selection, which is called Frosty. And Peter and other friends, you know, I allow people to cut in the garden, and after around 2 hours or so of going through the garden and cutting, at the very end, Peter noticed something that looked like a broom, and it was a broom. So the guys came in and immediately started opening it up, and you know, it was a great thing to see. I had been watching actually a small, really cool seedling next to it, so I had paid no attention to the fact that there was an actual broom there. And yeah, it's a pretty cool broom, nice and tight. Probably a little bit different than Icebreaker. And another buddy of mine who's really good at plant names and slapped on Frostbite.
I love it. That's cool.
Yeah. So
pretty cool if you're a broom collector and then you get a broom in your garden.
Exactly.
It's like,
yeah. You know,
it's Christmas Day.
Especially off a cultivar. You know, getting the broom
so
off a
sick.
cultivar,
it's
like,
man.
okay.
It's officially, you know, you got intros going on here. That's pretty cool.
Exactly.
Now, wait, I got to talk about this one.
Oh, yeah.
Because you bought this from a friend of ours, but I actually grafted this tree.
Yeah, that's awesome.
I grafted this for Jody Carl at Oakans Red Mini.
Yeah, Oakans Red Mini. Yeah. So
how have you liked this plant? How long have you had it?
I've had this plant over 10 years. So I was lucky enough, right, just to be friends with Jody on Facebook. Super cool guy, and he said he got some grafts off of the original, posted some pictures of the original, which is probably around almost the same size. He said it was around 25 or 30 years old.
I've seen it.
And I was like, hey, can you send me a graft? And then when Matt and I were talking, he's like, yep, I actually grafted that.
Oddly enough, when we started trying to do Highland Creek Nursery's business about around 2013, we were grafting liners for him. So this is actually a tree I grafted here in your garden, which is pretty cool to see too.
That's pretty cool. That's awesome.
Love this one. Really good colors, good shape.
It gets almost full sun, you know, just a little bit shaded out, and it keeps its red. I love it so much. When we go in the backyard, you'll see I'll have a second one in there that's maybe a couple years old, and looking forward to it growing in there. But,
nice.
I like the smaller stuff, you know, keeping it small in the space, and this is fit well in here as well.
Good to revisit one that I've seen before. Yeah. Like my children are doing well.
Done well. It's grown up. This is a really cool plant as well. It's called Slim Jim. So I was telling you about Jim Boyko.
Yeah.
He was doing a lot of work with seedlings with Pinus strobus.
Oh, nice.
He was trying to find a pine that was upright. But anyways, he was trying to get a curly type of pine, and did a ton of seedlings and came up with one that was just super, super narrow.
Oh, that's cool though.
And that's this one. So he called it Slim Jim.
Snapping to it.
So, you know, I haven't really done much candle pruning to keep it this narrow.
Really?
And, you know, most of the other selections that are out there, you know, Angel Falls, they're going to get big or be floppy.
Yeah, no, I like this.
This thing's just gone straight up and is skinny.
And it kind of just gets those little spirals, those little...
Yeah.
That's cool. I'm into that.
Cool. On the side here.
Nice. Dude, this is so cool, man. I appreciate it.
Yeah, we appreciate you guys coming by. It's hard to explain. It's like,
It's always fun to go to gardens, but it's always fun when it's better than, like, I knew you were going to have a good garden, but it's always fun when it's like, whoa!
Yeah. What else is fun in here? We were talking about Peter Gregg. This is one of his seedlings called Bashful. He does a lot of seedling work, and it's, I just can't think of the genus and species.
Monodelpha, maybe?
No, it's a...
Stewardia?
Yeah, Stewardia. Corensis.
Yeah, that makes sense. Okay.
Yeah. Bashful stays pretty tame, and I think he named it Bashful because it doesn't flower too much. Just puts off a couple flowers here and there, but pretty cool type plant.
I love it, man. I mean, we're kind of bonding on the Stewardias the other day. I love Stewardias.
Yeah,
they're such cool plants.
He's a Stewardia guy. He likes the bark, and anyways, that's a cool plant. It's a witch's broom off of Taylor's Sunburst.
Oh, nice.
Pretty phenomenal plant. Matt, if you were to ask me what's my #1 plant in the garden, that's it right there.
I'm not even familiar with it. What's the name on this one?
They have not named it yet.
Okay.
They're just calling it Taylor's Sunburst Witch's Broom.
Pretty sick.
But it's a pretty amazing plant, as you can see. Everyone's maybe has seen Pinus contorta Taylor's Sunburst, which gets really big, gorgeous plant, but to have a witch's broom on that, nice and tight with that yellow collar that's coming out, I mean, that's it right there.
That's choice.
That's choice, exactly.
Man.
What else do we got going through here? You know, I have fun stuff. Like I also got that from Jim Boyko. That's a Shaggy Dog, which is
I love that. Up on a standard too.
Up on a high standard.
Good way of doing that one.
Something really different to fill the ground there. Pop through here.
Yeah, we hopped out of the car, and I was like, the GPS told me to keep going. I was like, if we're at the wrong place, we're filming here anyway. We're gonna go knock on the door. Like, this place has got it going on.
That's awesome. That's awesome. Got a couple cool things in here. That is Sweet Lucille.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah, so super white. I mean, I just can't understand why this one's not more popular.
I like it. It's one of my favorite whites.
Super white. Right.
She said she didn't like the name, so that they started calling it Skeleton's Reach.
That's a worse name. Yeah,
it's wild.
Yeah. You know, I know Lucille well.
Yeah.
You know, hopefully she'll come to the name, but a great plant. Another great one over here is Pink Ballerina.
Oh yeah, kind of a dwarfer version of Hanamatoi.
Yeah.
I got to go and visit Yunker Nursery that named this because it was. At first, people were like, "This is the same thing as Hanamatoi." So when I was in the UK, I had to go and visit them to make sure. And like, sure enough, like it's very different. I mean, if you're growing much slower growing, and I'd say darker. I mean, the red is a darker red than Hanamatoi.
It is. I have a Hanamatoi in the back that we can look at. That's a double graft. That's pretty cool as well. But definitely different. To your point, much darker to contrast and slower growing. I think you could fit this in probably a lot more smaller spaces than others. Here's a graft off of Frostbite.
Oh, nice.
I personally grafted that myself back in 2024.
So not only do you have your own broom, now you have your own progeny grafted of your own broom.
It's pretty cool.
In your garden.
It's pretty fun.
I mean, that's getting next level.
It's pretty cool. Here's another cool plant. Say AB's Bruno.
Okay.
I got that from Dawn House as maybe a 2-year-old graft. So,
cool,
that's got to be like a 12, 13-year-old plant and, smaller
I
than the
wish
size
I
of
were
the
filming and
basketball.
had film crews back when I visited his garden.
Oh,
I still regret, like some of the places I went, I'm like, I wish I would have filmed that.
Yeah.
I took photos and have Facebook albums out there somewhere, but man, what a cool place. Cool guy too.
Absolutely. One of the first trees we put in here was Glacial Pendula. Frames kind of the corner of the house real nice. I would say it was only about 8 feet high, and so this has been in maybe, again, almost as long as we have lived in the house, coming up on 15 years. So kind of just a cool staple here.
Not taking up a lot of width either, which
exactly,
is nice.
Not taking a lot of width and going up, and I'm just waiting till the moment it peaks over the edge of the house. But what was unplanned for, which is really cool, is when we're in the backyard now, I actually can go out and see the top of it from the backyard.
Oh, wow.
So it adds a little bit of background there as well.
Pretty cool.
I do a lot of, I guess creative work with boxes and stuff like that.
Yeah.
So this is a box that I just put together. This is Pixie, and it does really well. In here, it's just gone straight up and puts on some great color. Here's another, again, using it in the landscape again, Goldfinch.
Yeah.
Right? And it behaves well. I think I've snipped
Great trough plant like this. I mean,
great trough plant like that. I've snipped it in the back a bunch to give room for the conifers in the back, and it's well behaved. And look at that, some more Cape Blanca snuck its way in there.
I don't know if Talon has those around or not, but I'm gonna be sprinkling some of those in for ground cover.
You can leave with some.
All right, so there's a whole backyard here too. Like I'm already blown away, but there's more.
Yeah, there's more. Yeah, so again, in our backyard, everything was lawn at one time, and I think we worked on the first in the front of the yard, and then slowly came kind of into the backyard. But as I've learned about different styles of gardening, we got to visit a garden, Veel Linsen, out in the Netherlands, and he incorporated a lot of stone and a lot of raised beds, and so I was like, I really want that as well for the backyard. So we put this nice staircase in and this raised area, and just put some choice conifers in here as well. This was like a really cool yellow pine. It's called Golden Striker.
Nice.
Pinus contorta Golden Striker. I think this one is Van Bemmelt, really small.
Got some rare stuff.
ABs. I like Oakans Red Mini so much, I had to put another small one in there as well. This is a really cool one as well. That's actually a Pseudotsuga Menziesii.
Wow.
I think it's called Blue Lullaby. So super blue, right?
Wow, that's nice.
For a fur like that. Again, got some more penstemon in here. Columbine.
Seen a little Dragon Master walking by here and some celebration.
Yeah. So some cool plants. Dragon Master. I was lucky enough to get one off a standard here.
Nice.
So I put it up on the standard. I think that will come over here real nicely as well. Pops against the nice green here.
Right. Pairing with Celebration, great choice.
Yeah,
Love
Celebration, how could you not have this one in your garden? I mean, I do think it's probably one of the best reticulated ones, that Talon did come out with. The color is just amazing on it.
Love it. I mean, it's popping right now too.
Yeah. This is probably maybe my top 1, 2, or 2 conifers. This one's AB's Proera Foxtail. So there's a nursery that's down in a little bit south of here in Oregon. They're really well known for their Christmas trees that they do, but they also have a lot of furs. They love their furs. And they have a farm that they grow these, and I guess one of the I can't recall, maybe one of the owners or someone there, his name is Rick, and found this growing, and you can see it's super narrow, right? Never going to grow out at space, and I just love it. It's probably one of my favorite plants in my entire garden here.
That's incredible.
What else is cool that is in here? Little Linda.
Oh yeah, nice.
A little Linda on a standard. Now I have a hard time with cedars in here, so that's probably like, other than the Cedars Atlantica Pendula on the corner, that maybe, 3 of 4 cedars in here. I do get needle blight, so I wanted to make sure when I had the opportunity to get this one, I'm like, hey, can I get it on a standard?
Nice compact size, really interesting.
Yeah. And I like raising things up. Not a lot of people like standards, but I like using them in the garden because you can fit things underneath them.
Don't be afraid to raise your standards.
Yeah. There you go. Love it. Small little Japanese princess right there that I just put in.
Nice.
Again, things like Klemens that add a lot of color in here. That purple, there's another purple that's over here. Pretty phenomenal. What else? Got an old Chief Joseph that's in here, actually.
Nice.
Dug this one out. So that plant that you're looking at there is from a friend of mine, Nathan Miller.
Yeah?
He founded that on a sport. I forget what the sport was off of it. I have to look.
Maybe American?
It may be American. And he named it Lucky Charms.
Oh, I love that.
And so it does have, you can see some variegation in it.
Yeah.
Once the sun hits it and it starts pushing out more, I think it's going to color up. But he likes it a lot because not only of the variegation that comes through, but it doesn't burn in full sun.
Kind of a green on green, which is cool too.
Yeah, exactly. It doesn't have too much yellow in it, but
I like it.
Definitely not a plant that's out there, and that's exactly what I want in my garden.
Man, you got it going on here.
Yeah. Hannah Matoi, right? So this one's on a double graft as well. It's done pretty well here, and again, you can't beat that. I mean, look at the color in that contrast against the green and the rock. Phenomenal plant.
Oh man, where do you want to go? I don't really talk you to death, but I'm loving every minute of this.
Yeah, I can talk about so many different plants here. What else is in here? Well, Matt, I think you probably have seen this label here.
Oh yeah, hold for eBay.
Hold for eBay, so yeah.
The Maple Mafia is getting to you.
Maple Mafia got to me. I got this one for a killer deal on a Sunday, and I think there was like a big football game on or something like that, and so I think it distracted everyone from from it. So yes, the big supporter. Maple Mafia got me on that one.
I hear those guys are okay.
Yeah.
I love your containers here. These are nice, man.
Yeah, we looked out somehow over on the coast. There was an Asian importer, and they had a lot of cool containers. I think this is well over 12 or so years ago. So I begged my wife every time we were there. I'm like, no, I want to get another one because they may never be here again. And that's kind of what ended up happening.
Those are awesome.
They ran out. But this is a Murasaki Kurohime.
Yeah.
That, not necessarily maybe a bonsai in there, but definitely have kept it small and pruned on it just to give it a nicer, smaller appearance.
Oh man, I love it.
I got this one, actually, I got to look at the name again. So, Kunra Pygmy, I think is what it is.
Yeah, actually one from Australia.
Yeah.
It's, being a rare plant nursery introduced this one down in Australia. Nice little broom.
Okay. So, a lot of people may recognize Wabi Sabi, which is Dave Dwyer. Dave Dwyer passed as well a couple years ago, and he gave this one to me. So, it just kind of has his signature. Building this thing out and try to keep it as nice as possible and compact.
Oh,
but
that's sick.
A real cool plant. The coveted Haley Bop.
Nice.
Everyone loves the old Haley Bop. And then I have a number of, we talked about Rezic earlier. That one's Curly Lamppost.
Oh, nice, yeah.
So got kind of this, I like containers and kind of got the square container. Should go straight up off of it.
Oh, yeah, I love
have this blue container as well. Bush's Lace, it's definitely getting big here. It'll own the spot, but again, once it gets too big, I have no hesitation taking it out.
Oh, that's awesome.
I also have another little, so when we're in the spa here, I got another little
pink ballerina
there as well.
Nice.
So if we go around over here,
So which one was this one? Was this Shishi?
Oh yeah, Shin.
Yeah, it's Ryusen. Got that from Don Shadow.
Okay, yeah.
It was one he imported, and he goes, "Hey, you want to get some of that?" And like there was literally like 1 2-inch sign. I was like, "Yes, sir." And he goes, "You can get that one." I got a little snip up, so we got to start at least.
Got to live. So this is a really fun corner over here. My wife gets to look at it every day out of her office. But you know, you gotta have a Mayday in your collection, so I got a Mayday here. It's not as healthy as it could be. This is from Dave Dwyer, Takai's Wonder.
Oh yeah, I started growing that in Lion Cub, pretty cool.
Yeah, and a nice little Lion Club here. Probably need to up pot. This is suffering a little bit, but a Benihoshi, this is one of my favoriits. I mean,
love it. I love the green kind of veining it gets.
Yeah, the star.
Golden yellow in the fall, which is underrated.
Yeah, it's totally incredible. Ryugoji? Yeah, Ryugoji. I mean, Ryugu. That's right, Ryugu. Phenomenal plant as well. I think this is Fukai.
Oh yeah, nice.
Fukai, so it's got some nice color on it. I think probably another year or two it'll flush out. I just planted that pretty recently.
Nice.
This is a real special plant as well. So back before we really got, or as we got into gardening, there was a nursery where we lived in Northern California, and this particular one's called Sojo Shader. It means red monkey face. You don't really see it around anywhere. I don't know anyone that really carries it. But, I fell in love with it. It was probably like in a 2-gallon. They said, it's sold to a landscape company. I'm like, oh, man. So I went back in the following week, and it was still there. And I'm like, okay, you're going to sell it to me? So one of my first container or containers that I ever put a maple in.
Great plant.
And you can see it's taken a beating. But I've never repotted it. So this has been in this container.
Nice container. That's awesome.
Almost 20 years.
Now, some people may recognize this one that shop on Mr. Maple. We use a photo of this on our website in fall color. That's one of the infamous Ryusens you'll see in our description of Ryusen on the website.
Exactly. Yep, that is the one. It used to be in that corner. Again, this one needs to be up potted. You got to up pot your maples. And with this many, some years I skip it, and then I skip it the following year, and then I pay the price. Next year I'll go in, pull the whole thing out, probably try to get most of the material off of it, trim it, and then set it back in new soil, and it'll flush out nice. That's why you're kind of seeing it look a little bit weak like that.
Yeah.
Another 2 I got from Mr. Maple. You gotta have also a red panda in your collection.
Nice.
I'm blown away by this one. Like, you guys hyped this one up.
I appreciate it. I like it.
I was like, this is, I think, the second year I've had it, and the flush it took on the second year. I mean, just an amazing plant.
It's been nice red for us. We went through a lot to look for it. So you've got one of our newest introductions and one of our oldest. You also got a Jade Dragon. That's an introduction my dad grafted in like 92, by the way.
Wow.
So it's been around a minute.
Wow. That's cool.
Just was a seedling that he found there when my dad taught himself to graft. So this one, I put a name on it, but the graft of it predates me by a good bit.
Wow. That's awesome. I didn't know that story. Another witch's broom, second witch's broom on my property. So this is a Pinus, I think it's Leucodermis artemedius, and all of a sudden I noticed, wait, this is not, this is how the plant should be, a little bit more open and sprawly, and got another broom on it. So I took a couple cuttings off of it this year. I'm not sure if they made it or not, but that's the second witch's broom that's on Sundial Urban Garden.
Very cool.
Yeah. Another plant that you guys have
a picture of. Yeah, I noticed this over here too.
And I got a little blown out. That's okay. Is a little red. So this is one of the most talked about plants, believe it or not, when we have garden tours, because when folks are down below, right, we're now on the deck. It just illuminates when you look up on it. I
like it. It's kind of like a dwarf for Twombly's.
It is a dwarf for Twombly's, yeah. And it's been in that container at least 10 years. It does need to be up potted, but super slow growth, pretty temperament, easy plant to take care of, and puts a lot of great color off.
Man, you got it going on here. I love all the trough gardens, the boxes, the containers, the amazing patio planter type. Just it's a collector's dream here for sure.
Appreciate it. Yeah, and we always spin in different types of cigar plant. You bring in the hummingbirds. My wife has a little collection of the bog plants as well, which is really,
I could go down that rabbit hole. I have to stop myself because I get a little nutty with that too. It's like I haven't opened that door fully, but I can see myself doing that.
Here's another cool plant, Sharp's Pygmy.
Yeah.
This plant's probably just as old as that plant, 20 years old. So, it's got a pretty nice sized caliper on it. I've potted it maybe once or twice. It's looking rough and tough, but that's okay.
Looks pretty good.
Yeah, flushes out pretty nice. What else we got on the deck here? This is maybe one of like the smallest, it's Pinus Nigra pinchonette, I think is how you pronounce it. I can't even tell you how old that plant is. I got it from Larry Stanley, and when he was over here earlier this winter, I think he lost his, and he was asking me if I can graft it and give him one himself, because it's got to be the slowest growing. I mean, that thing's got to be at least 15 or 20 years old, and it's like that big.
Nice.
So, but yeah, doing fun boxes and stuff like that with a Chief Joseph in it, and I think this one is Abies Pensapo Fatima. Right, put a nice blue on it, and something like this doesn't need a lot of water either. This doesn't want a lot of water, and that doesn't want a lot of water. And then I just, every year candle prune on this, keep it nice and tight in here.
Very cool.
Yeah. Another cool little box. We haven't talked about this one, Matt. This one's called Agata.
Yeah.
Pinus Muga Agata. I have 3 of them in my garden. I didn't graft it this year, but super slow growing. Nice variegation through it, right? It's only going to grow less than 3 inches a year. But this one's called Blue Dreamer.
Cool.
Pinus parviflora. Pretty tight. I think it was a sport off of just straight Glaucula on there.
Interesting.
So, again, just, made a random box.
Oh, very cool.
Put some plants in. Here's a really...
another Benihoshi, maybe?
Yeah, another Benihoshi as well. So I think it was 2 years ago, the Maple Society did an event that was up in the Washington area. Mm-hmm. And we did an auction up there, and there's a handful of old plants, and I was like, I gotta have that.
Nice.
Look how small and tight that is for a Benihoshi.
Oh man, I'm loving it. You got an amazing collection, an amazing container collection too.
Yeah, pick up containers a couple a year. It starts adding up after 15 years. Couple more cool plants here. So we moved up to Oregon in around October of 2020, and went to a nursery. They had a Macau Yatsaba.
Yeah.
And I had to have it. Fell in love with it. So this is one of the first plants I bought in Oregon. It's an old Macau Yatsaba, maybe around 15 years or old or so at this point now. Almost got rid of it because a squirrel came in and literally chewed off this portion of it. And I was so angry. And my wife Jules just said, just leave it. And I left it, and it kind of formed this like lower little pad here.
Oh, nice.
And has worked out perfectly. But this is a special tree to us because we've had it now, for 15 years since we've moved up here.
Very cool.
Behind you, nice Japanese princess.
Oh yeah.
So this one's got to be, I would say, close to some of the first releases that came out that Talon released.
Yeah.
I know she no longer offers maples, but it was East Fork, a nursery.
Sam's a nice lady, good friend of ours.
Exactly. Sam is such a nice lady. So she used to get a lot of maples from Talon, kind of good pick. And I remember when Japanese Princess first started becoming available, I got one, and this is one of them. It's probably smaller growth on it compared to something else that's in the ground, because I've kept it in this container for that amount of time.
Look at this Sir Happy right here. And only in Oregon will you have a Sir Happy this happy.
Yeah, this Sir Happy is...
That's a big one, though.
One of the larger ones that you're going to find out here. Again,
that's bragging rights.
I've, you can see what's really cool, too, is symbiotic, right? This fern is growing out of it. It's been growing out of it for at least 10 years. And I think that helps, because it pulls out a lot of the moisture. So this thing's not sitting in, any type of soil that's going to suffocate out the roots. So I think they're working with each other. But yeah, that's I usually get the true maple fans, they come around and they see that thing when they come up the staircase, and they go, what? Where did you, what? How?
The key's just not to brag on this one too much.
Exactly. I love it.
Look at it indirectly.
Yeah, don't let it shine. And then we got another Dragon Master here as well. I think I got that from you guys quite some time ago, and
very cool.
Against the blue here. Got it. All right, Matt, what did you think?
I love this place. You got it going on. They're a real treat. I mean, I love the maples, the conifers, just everything you got here in the garden. It's been a real treat. Thank you for having us today.
Yeah, well, it's our pleasure. You know, it was great meeting you and having your crew coming over and checking things out. I think that's really the best thing about gardening, is just sharing the garden, sharing the passion with everyone.
I appreciate you sharing your plants and some different tips around the garden. This place is absolutely phenomenal. If you want to see more tours like this, definitely subscribe to the MrMaple Show and check us out on MrMaple.com. Man, thanks for having us today, sir. Appreciate it.
Thanks, Matt.
Take care, God bless, and have a great day.